Back at the bench with a long one today. Camera angle's a little bit different than I'm used to, so some of the shots may not come out the same as I'm used to kind of staging. But we have Saberbay The Turn with a Jimmy Saber Junk chassis, Proffie 2.2, 18650 stock connector, 28mm bass speaker, and we'll kind of go over a little bit more of it as we take it apart to show kind of user operation. This one is set up so that only the two plunger buttons are actually working as switches. This was set up as static, just the way the user requested it. And other than that, I'll show you a quick user-based teardown and then go into some of the features on the crystal and the plasma gate. So first, the pommel threads off. We have in here kill switch, recharge port, speaker pogo pins. For this one, up is the on. And that'll give you probably normal day-to-day kind of operations.
Master Yaddle.
Master Dooku.
There's a nice Jedi blue. And so we've got this button down here is the actuation, and it'll turn the blade on and off. This one here is your auxiliary. It does have swing on, twist off, and in the hand, the hilt lines up pretty good with those buttons, considering kind of where you'd naturally feel like you should hold it due to the grip section here beneath my last three fingers. Taking it apart, the slip ring on this side, thread it off, and then don't twist this as you're trying to pull it out because it will end up kind of catching the curves between the hilt and the chassis. And then you have your Proffie with easy access for SD USB. Your 18650, easy to get it out. Just push basically with a fingernail here and then pull the battery up. A little bit of spring tension is left over there that way. Have the crystal chamber with some of the backlighting on the plasma gate. This is lit with a single pixel here and a single pixel here. And then of course, the stock connector as mentioned earlier. Buttons here are the ones that line up outside. And so this is the first font, which is the Tales of the Jedi from Kyberphonics Dooku font. I've got glowing blue crystal. The plasma gate stays red while off. If I can find the button.
Count Dooku.
Here's the second one. This is kind of like a, if I remember right, it's a Return of the, it's an episode 2 Dooku font. So it's obviously red because he had his red saber at that point. Throw in the Emperor because if not for the Emperor, Dooku wouldn't be around and wouldn't be turned to a dark side.
Master Yaddle.
And then this is the Yaddle font from actual Tales of the Jedi, also Kyberphonic. All right, so we'll light this one up. And this one's kind of normal. The blade has, I think it's a red-orange or yellow-red kind of clashes and other animations. The chamber down here is blue with flicker, and it goes more steady afterwards.
Master Dooku.
The Dooku font, we have red down here. It lights up and glows to a white, settles in at a yellow, and then when off, it does a cool down back to the glowed red.
Count Dooku.
similar kind of setup. A lot more flicker on the plasma chamber here. And this one also cools down, kind of keeping that theme between the two Dooku styles. Brought the purple in on this because obviously the fight between the Emperor and Mace Windu, great fight. So why not bring in the two colors to clash against each other?
Master Yaddle.
And then for Yaddle, I've brought in the two Jedi colors, her green and then a blue. And that is the 4 fonts. Putting this back together for normal kind of daily storage or use. Obviously, you want to take out the pommel and turn off the kill switch, but this goes in fairly easy. Try and make sure you keep this line on the chassis in line with the notch on the hilt. That'll keep you to make sure you're not twisting the chassis in the wrong direction. Thread it back on, and you're good to go. That is Saberbay's The Turn with the Jimmy Saber Junk crystal chassis.